Hey everybody, so today I want to talk about something that I haven't really touched on since probably late December, early January. But first, a couple things, Journey Together prices. A lot of these cards are continuing to fall. The Lilies Clefairy, $202. The Salamence, $128 in second place. And Zorak, $110. Those are the only cards over $100 right now. Hubzation around 80-ish dollars. The Bellibolt is holding around 100, which is kind of surprising to me. Articuno is holding around 40-ish dollars. The Wailord's down here around 28, 29, and Reshiram $23. So all these cards that are, in my opinion, very nice illustration rares are fairly cheap cards. So if you're thinking about picking some of these up, I think you're going to have a good opportunity either now, right? Like it's still a decent price. Maybe in the future they'll be even lower because it does seem like a lot of these cards are still trending downwards a little bit. And the other thing I wanted to touch on quickly was Crown Zenith ETBs are $140. It says 133 on TCG Player. You go to most recent sales from today, 139.9, 139.95, 139 all day, 139. You have a couple cheaper ones in here too. But for the most part, most of these boxes over the past few days have been selling at 140. You even have a sale here up to 149, which is just, it's really crazy. You blink and you miss it. Crown Zenith is just continuing to fly. And I think this just speaks volumes to Crown Zenith being such a popular set, people wanting to open it, and also just the fact that we're probably not going to be getting any more of it. Whereas something like Paldean Fates, which is actually repassed now. If you guys remember, about a week ago, I made a video because Paldean Fates was actually higher than Crown Zenith at that time. They've now flip-flopped again. This is still selling, though, around $130 and is continuing to slowly eke up there. But Paldean Fates, all these other SV sets that are only a year old, maybe a little bit less, are ripe for reprints, if that makes sense. Now, today I want to talk about loose pack price versus booster boxes because I really like looking at this data. It gives you a better idea of what might be undervalued, where booster boxes are heading in the short term, or maybe even where ancillary products are headed in the short term, because I think a lot of people just think everything's overpriced, which I don't necessarily believe is true. Again, I always say that opportunity is everywhere, and if you look for opportunities, some will arise. And I think Evolving Skies right now, there is a decent opportunity in ancillary products, especially if you are operating a rip and ship or you have a store and you go through a lot of product. This is something that you might want to consider picking up. So when I was doing these videos back in December, January, that was at the time where Fusion Strike had taken off. I believe the booster box was getting close to $500 at that point, and you still had a lot of Fusion Strike booster packs and ancillary products in stock on the Pokemon Center, other stores. And you guys remember, I always do ratios, right, of a booster box, the price of a booster pack inside a booster box, comparing that to just a regular loose pack. And I say that anything under 60% in terms of ratio, you should start looking at and consider buying, and then anything under 50% should just be an instant buy. And I understand that Sword and Shield sets, we're having the issues now where people are buying the stud detectors or whatever they are and figuring out which packs have hits inside, CT scanning. Again, it's not a huge issue, I don't think, but it's something to consider in the future with loose packs. But again, if you have a way to offload it, it's probably not going to be that big of an issue. But right now, based on the pack price of Evolving Skies, you're at a 58.26% ratio, and this is based on an Evolving Skies booster box worth a little over $1,300, and then a loose pack price of $2,110. Again, I took TCG Player data for all the Sword and Shield stuff just because it does sell fairly consistently on TCG Player. And you guys can see we have seen a pullback in the price of loose packs from around $25 down to around $21, which is a fairly significant drop once you think about it and you look at the booster box price. I don't really know if this much of an overcorrection is justified. Maybe people are just getting rid of their loose packs, trying to move into other products. But I think $21 for a loose pack right now of Evolving Skies is probably a little bit on the cheap end. Again, when we look at healthy markets and where a loose pack price should be compared to the price per pack in a booster box, it should probably be somewhere between 70 and 85%. I'd say 75 to 85 maybe even is a tighter range. So for example, your Lost Origin right now at 78.17%, that's fairly healthy, I'd say. And it kind of reflects the booster box price is probably in a decent spot right now. And again, what normally happens is the booster box is going to take off first. So for example, on the next leg up, maybe if the booster box hits $500 or $550, at that point we'll start seeing loose pack prices go up and ancillary products start to go up. So normally the loose packs kind of lag a couple months behind, but I'd say right now Lost Origins in a fairly healthy spot. Same thing with Chilling Reign at 86%. You could even argue that the booster box right now is maybe a little undervalued based on the loose pack price, if that makes sense. Maybe this should be closer to $320, $330, and I've been saying that for a while. Fusion Strike's kind of in a middle ground, right, where maybe the booster packs are a little bit undervalued. Maybe they should be closer to $10-ish right now. And I know I'm saying maybe a lot because it really does depend if you interpret this data the same way I do, or maybe you just think that these booster boxes are overvalued. I personally don't see it that way, especially considering that the booster box price for Fusion Strike has kind of stabilized over the past couple months. But outside of that, for Sword and Shield Era, there wasn't really anything too interesting to point out. But for Sun and Moon, there are a couple things that I've found kind of interesting. For example, Cosmic Eclipse. These loose packs are about $30 right now, but the booster box price is pretty close to $2,000. On TCG Player, it's only $1,300, but if you go to eBay right now, boxes are selling in this $2,400 Canadian, $2,500 Canadian. So I took $1,800 USD. I did a conversion. That's kind of a conservative average, I would say. And this number gets more ridiculous if you put in $2,000 there. And I'll walk you through this. So I put in $35 booster box price or booster pack price, loose pack price. Even though on TCG Player, $30 for a loose pack. Currently, the most recent sales are closer to $35. So for the sake of giving you a conservative estimate, I put in $35. $1,800 divided by 36, you get $50 a pack, which would give you a 70% ratio. Now, if you took $30, that would give you a 60% ratio. And like I said, anything under 60%, you should consider buying. Like, you should at least look into it, try and find deals, and maybe get that ratio down a little bit into the 50s. But if you put $2,000 in here, this would already be under 60% if you can find loose packs around that $30 price point. So I think Cosmic Eclipse right now, there might be a play for some of these ancillary products or loose packs, people trying to run rip and ships. This is probably one of the best sets right now that you could buy for a decent price if you want to hold on to them for maybe the next few months. And then the other box I looked at was Unified Minds. I said for the longest time, because the booster packs, the loose packs for Unified Minds were overvalued in my opinion compared to the booster box for most of 2024. And you guys, you can go back and watch videos throughout 2024 I did. I said that multiple times. I think we're at a point now where the booster box has actually caught up. And I used $1,400 USD for the booster box price just based on recent sales. Again, I did the conversion from English, or from Canadian rather, English. From Canadian, I took $1,400 USD. I think that's like a fairly decent average to take. You're getting about a 77.83% ratio right now of loose pack to booster box pack price, which I think is fairly healthy. That's a good number. If you see anything between 75 and 85, again, that's solid. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching the video. Stay safe wherever you are in the world. Enjoy the rest of your weekend, and I'll catch you in the next one.